and he is and will always be our hero. Omari speaks. Omari speaks. Omari speaks.
I'm unbeatable, y'all. Let's go.
Omari, president of the Omari Speaks Show and fan club. What is on your mind?
Well, as the president of the Omari Speaks Show and fan club, which happens to not exist, thank you very much, Jamal. What's on my mind is very simple. My son. My son, he came home the other day with a hat by a skateboarding company called Enjoy. ENJOI. You can Google it, look it up. They make a lot of skateboarding apparel. But this particular hat was a rainbow hat. And I posted an image of the hat on Reach.com. It's in the debate. I'm asking you the question there as well. So if you want to see the hat, you can go check it out at Reach.com. The point is, I need to know, was I being a little bit too harsh on the boy when I told him to take that hat off? I said, look, son, I ain't got no problem with a rainbow. I love rainbows. I think they're the best, most beautiful thing in creation. It's wonderful when you're driving on the highway and you see a rainbow in the sky. It just makes your day. But other than that, I don't want to see no rainbow in your clothes.
Oh, wow. That's pretty deep, man.
Now he's 13, about to be 14. He's already been exposed to, the gay lifestyle. He's seen it with his own eyes on TV. They even have it in video games now. So this is nothing new to him. He knows it's there. But what he did not know, he did not make the connection between the rainbow, which is the symbol of the gay community, and the rainbow in the sky, or just the spectrum of colors on clothing.
Right.
So he comes home with this hat, and he's like, yo, Dad, I got this hot hat. Got to check it out. It's got mad colors in it. I want some sneakers to rock with it. Can you give me some sneakers? I'm like, let me see the hat first. Let me see what sneakers you could rock with it.
Right. He
pulls out the hat, son. My first reaction was like, oh, hell no. You got to lose this hat. So it got too many rainbows. And he's like, wow, what's wrong? I like the colors. I'm like, you did not get the memo, did you? He was like, no. I'm like, that means that you're part of the gay community, the rainbow. And me and him are going back and forth. And, of course, he's like, Dad, nobody else said anything about the rainbow and it being gay and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, ain't nobody else going to say it to you because ain't nobody else your daddy. Everybody else is going to pass it over and be like, oh, that's cool, whatever, nice hat. But I'm going to let you know what time it is. If you're wearing a rainbow, you're part of this community. And there's nothing wrong with being part of that community if you're part of that community. But if you're not part of that community, you don't need to be wearing a rainbow.
You rocking it, no doubt.
You just be rocking it. So I need to know from you guys, was I being too harsh on the boy? Should I have just let him rock the rainbow hat?
I think you did your due diligence and you did your boy a great service because, I don't know what kind of school, your son goes to or what kind of people he's around from day to day. But let it be known, if Jamal wore a hat with a rainbow on it during his days of junior high or high school, I probably would come home with a couple of broken limbs and 2 black eyes. Kind of, you know what I'm saying. The kind of cats that I grew up around, dude, that just wouldn't be cool. So I think you did him a good service by breaking it down to him, letting him know that, son, that might be a little questionable.
Dude, man, and I got this from like my own past because one time my mom took me sneaker shopping. I never forget this. I was in summer day camp. She's like, let me go buy you some new sneakers. I wanted to get the sneakers that I like, you know what I mean?
No doubt.
My mom was like, I want you to get these. Now, my mom's not knowing what it was, and I'm not really knowing what it was, and not really having no male figure around to tell me what it was. Both of us ended up picking out these sneakers that had kind of like a cool, sort of like a velvet, shaggy texture around the ankle part that went into the shoe. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, these are going to be real comfortable. But of course, you know, when you got a shagginess coming out of your sneaker at the ankle part, that's feminine. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
So I didn't make the connection between that. My mom didn't make the connection. So it wasn't until, and you know how you put on your new sneakers and you're like, man, I'm going to rock these sneakers. They're going to be jocking me. I take the sneakers. I get to school. Yo, that was like the worst day of my life, son. I'm still traumatized from it. I'm talking about getting clowned from the minute the bell rings to the minute the damn bell rings again. From class to class, activity to activity. Matter of fact, we had an activity where you had to take the shoes off.
Right.
I took the shoes off and dudes started calling my socks gay. I was like, you got on gay socks now. Like everything was gay all of a sudden. Yo, it was the worst day of my life, son. So I'm looking at my son and I'm like, okay, I didn't have that that day. So what can I do to be a father and impart to him this knowledge of what the rainbow means before he gets clowned to death? You know what I mean?
Because you definitely don't want your son going to school with gay socks and gay apparel. And it's not the business, dude.
Oh, gosh. You know, Mo, KT, thanks for calling. Y'all could give me some advice here. Oh, Mo, push this phone. I'm bringing you in, Mo. What you got to say about this topic, Mo?
Nah, what's up, bud? No, I think you did the right thing, man. Like one of my cats that I work with, man, he said all the time, all he say is, my dad told me this and my dad told me that. And his dad told him a lot of bullshit, you know, like the way he should handle things, and I think it's wrong. But a lot of stuff that you tell your kids, you don't know how influential it's going to be later on in life. And you know what I'm saying? You done gave him the heads up on the rainbow hat. He going to listen. He might not, you know what I'm saying, understand or agree right now. But later in life, you know what I'm saying, when he about to put on something, he'll be like, yo, man, my dad told me about the little rainbow coat. You ain't going to get me on that. I'm smarter than that because my dad gave me the heads up. And I think that's what's up.
Appreciate that, Mo. I mean, what do you think, KT? You better give me some input, damn it. So I said to my son says back to me, he pretty much says, well, Dad, since you're the only one who told me this, and nobody else has told me this, then I'm going to go ahead and rock the rainbow hat. You know what I said to him? I said, go ahead then, because I done did my part. I ain't going to be a dictator over your life.
Right.
Now, go ahead and rock the rainbow hat. Be my guest. Just know this one thing. When you get to school and when you see certain boys in your class winking at you, I'll do what I told you.
It's for a reason.
It's for a reason. KT, thanks for joining the call. You got something to add?
I think you did the right decision. You made the right decision by telling your son, exactly what certain symbols mean. I mean, like when we were probably growing up, wearing rainbows and unicorns and all that cute stuff was just what it is, cute, even if you like rainbows. But now as adults, since they have so many connotations, you know, you might want to let your kids know, because it's like, you know, I guess because I'm just thinking back, like when we had just simple symbols, you know, like chick jeans, Sassoons, the Jordache horse, you know, to tell whether it's masculine or feminine or both. But nowadays it's like, I don't know, I guess because it's so much sexuality, like connotations. Am I making sense here? It's like you want to let your kids know just what these symbols mean. I'm all about like the symbols and the hidden meanings behind it.